A lot has happened over the last few days, so I think it's really important to go through some daily levels and just give my overall thoughts and opinions on the Bitcoin market as a whole. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of completely absurd price targets out there. So my goal of this is just to take a level-headed approach to the pure price action of what's going on and just discuss that. I don't care about what's going on in the world. I don't care about the headlines. Price action is king, and I'm going to be giving my analysis based on that. So very simply, there's a few levels to the downside that I would like to highlight to start off this video. The first level is the level at 73K. The level at 73K is significant because it's a breakout point. Breakout and breakdown points are two things that are very important to my overall trading strategies. I have a ton of content. I have a ton of lessons on this so you can understand what I'm talking about and use the different terminology that I discuss in these videos. You can find that at the Haven, and that's going to be found in the link in the description down below. So the breakout point at 73.1K is significant to me. The reason for that is price set a high and price was unable to break that high for 238 days or so. Okay, so price was getting front run, price rejected from the level, front run from the level, rejected from the level before blasting through the level. Okay, this is classic for what I look for and a level I would like to have highlighted on the downside for Bitcoin. Another level I would like to have highlighted is one that really jumps out at me quite a bit because price rejected from it several times, and that's the 71.3K level. Now, what's significant about this level is price rejected from it, set the high here, so 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections from that level. All the rejections really did lead to a significant decrease in price, so it's definitely worth noting that level as well. We did not get any really significant price action when price broke through the level, but because of the interactions with the level from back here, I would like to see what happens if and when price gets to the 71.3K level based on the significance of it back from 2024, actually almost a year ago. So these are the two obvious levels that I would imagine most people have on their charts. There's really nothing too technical about their levels. It's just a pretty basic horizontal. So those two levels, of course, are going to be very important for Bitcoin, right? But because of how obvious they are, in my head, I imagine they're going to be front run. So what I like to look for is there anything I could possibly use for Bitcoin that helps to maybe not get the level front run. And the level that really jumps out at me is here, right at the 77K level to 75.5, somewhere in there. And the reason for that is I see this pattern constantly on Bitcoin. I've seen this pattern for years, and the pattern is pretty much this, where price rejects from the key level, consolidates for a few days below, blasts through the level, and as it's blasting through the level, it takes a few days to grind higher. More buyers are stepping in. The strength is increasing, and then a larger leg happens after. So that consolidation / grind up after the initial leg is typically an important level, and one level that can easily be overlooked on the daily chart. If you zoom out, you really don't notice it much. You just see some, really nice price action, a massive move to the upside. So I want to highlight this 77K level, probably somewhere in here as well, from the candle bodies and the wicks into that level at 75.6K. All right, so we have our level that I want price to bounce from. On the daily chart, it makes sense for me and my system and what I look for. Does this mean I'm going to step in at this level and place my bids there on perps? No, of course not. I'm going to let other people do the heavy lifting for me, put in a nice price action pattern, and trade based on that. Okay, so a price action pattern. I have a video on this. It's an H1 consolidation period. So something like this, right, is a consolidation period on the H1 time frame. What's significant about this level that I should probably highlight right now is the swing low at 85.1K. If we go back to the hourly time frame, we could see this consolidation period was below that key daily level. So price has consolidated below, reclaimed the key daily level, and bounced further. I'll apply that same logic and I'll look for that same exact pattern. I have an entire video on this at my new key daily level, where it could happen between 77 to, what is this, 75.5. It could happen below. It could happen somewhere in here. But what I'm looking for, and what's very important to look for, is just the consolidation period and then a reclaim of that daily level. Then when I have that, I have more of a supporting argument for a long position, right? I'm not just going to step in front of a train here and just hope that buyers step in. I'm going to wait for the buyers to step in. I'm in no rush right now. I want to see more price action develop. So in terms of a target to look for a bounce and to maybe look for a short position, I really like the look of this 82K level. So if I just put a little horizontal there, extend it to the right, let's break it down to the hourly time frame, and we could see what's important about this is our daily swing low, which I just highlighted. We bounce from that swing low. Nothing really happens on the next two interactions. We wick into the level, reject, we wick in, and then eventually break out, but nothing too significant. What's significant though is at this H1 consolidation period, price sweeps the lows. That's confluent with the daily swing low. Then as we continue to extend this to the right, we could see it's a key H1 support and resistance level. Confluent with that, it is a breakdown point. Again, this is content that I talk about constantly. It's a breakdown point. So with all of those factors, I would say the level to look for weakness is at that 82K-ish level, 81.7 to 82K area. That's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. There's a lot of crazy price targets out there. Try your best to remain level-headed. If and when price breaks below 71K, I'll have another video discussing that and my thoughts on that. Try your best to keep a level head. Wait for buyers to step in. Stop knife catching. No one cares. Don't be a hero. You're not trying to flex your P&L card of your bottom entry. No one cares. Okay, let buyers step in. Let buyers do the helpful and dirty work for you, if you will, and then you jump in after when things are more established. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.